Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Joan and this is Joan's Pointed Plate. I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you to Barrett Pastor for inviting me to this collaboration and for doing such a great job hosting it. Today's collaboration is a recipe from the Hungry Girl collection. I chose to do eggplant lasagna from the new Hungry Girl Simply 6 cookbook. This just came out at the beginning of the year and it is fantastic. I think she knocked it out of the park and it is one of her best yet. All the ladies in this collaboration have picked a recipe from Hungry Girl. We have breakfasts, we have lunches, we have dinners, and we even have desserts. So make sure after you're done watching my video, you click on the description box below. All the links to all the other ladies who are participating, the links to their channels are in the description box below. Watch all their videos and you will have a meal plan for weeks. It is fantastic. And once again, Barrett, thank you for hosting. And I will turn you around. I will show you the ingredients and we will get this lasagna started. So here is the recipe for the eggplant lasagna. I will also have that linked in the description box below. And what we need is one large eggplant. The recipe called for whole grain oven ready lasagna. I could not find it, so I just got regular oven ready lasagna. Then it called for low fat ricotta cheese. I bought fat free. We're gonna eat this for lunches, I think, instead of dinner. And I just wanted to get the points down a little bit, so I got the fat free ricotta cheese. And then in this jar, I have some marinara sauce that I made and froze. It is from The Skinniest Dish, I believe. I will link that below also. It is the 0 point marinara sauce. I have 8 ounces of extra lean, the 96% lean ground beef. And then I have mozzarella. You need half of a cup of shredded mozzarella, and I use the Trader Joe's. So that's it, 6 ingredients, and also some spices. We do need garlic powder, onion powder, Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper, but they are not included in the 6 ingredients. So we will get this recipe started and I will show you how to make it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 400 degrees so we can start cooking the eggplant. I have a baking sheet sprayed with nonstick spray and an 8x8 baking dish sprayed with nonstick spray. We need to cut down our eggplant into about 1/2-inch slices, it says. I'm really bad at this. I can't judge. I go crooked. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It doesn't say how many slices to get out of it, so I'm just gonna keep cutting until we're done. Yeah, that one got a little bit thick. We're gonna try to cut this one in half. Okay. We have our eggplant slices, and the next thing we need to do is we need to season them with garlic powder and onion powder. So I'm going to place them right onto the dish, on the baking dish, and they are certainly all not going to fit. So I will get another baking dish out and we'll get these seasoned up. Okay, we have our onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of that, and I'm just going to sprinkle it right over top. I think I can control it a little bit better with my fingers. And I have the second dish with the last 3 on it. And then we're going to add the garlic powder, and it goes in the oven for 10 minutes. And then you take them out and you flip them and cook them another 10 minutes. So to save points in this recipe, Instead of using all lasagna noodles, use the eggplant for the noodles. We're only using 4 lasagna noodles out of that whole box, so it will drastically cut down on the points. Okay, these are ready to go into the oven for 10 minutes. We'll flip them and do another 10 minutes. Okay, while our eggplant is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and cook the meat. I have a pan sprayed with nonstick spray, heating to medium heat, and we're going to add in the 8 ounces of the ground beef and just break that up. I chose a pan that was just a little too big for this small amount of meat. And we're gonna season it with garlic powder, Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. And we are just gonna let that cook and crumble until it's completely done, about 5 minutes or so. And while that's cooking, we'll move on to the cheese mixture. So for the cheese mixture, we're just going to take our 1 cup of the ricotta cheese and then a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and mix them together. That is it, easy peasy. Of course, you can throw any other kind of seasonings you want in. If you like a little oregano, a little basil, a little onion, salt and pepper. I actually think, because this is the fat-free, it's a little bland on taste, I think I am going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to the cheese. As my husband always says, I can never, ever, ever make a recipe as it's actually written. They're guidelines, you know? So there we go, and we're going to set that aside. And as soon as our eggplant is out of the oven, we will get ready to assemble. Okay, our meat is all cooked, and now we're going to add in 1 cup of the marinara sauce and mix it together. So now we have all the components of our lasagna. We just need to assemble it. Okay, it is now time to start assembling. The directions did not call to put a little bit of marinara in the bottom of the baking dish, but I think it makes a good base, and it is 0 points for whatever quantity you use of the Skinny-ish dish marinara sauce. So I put about probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of marinara in the bottom of my baking dish. Then we are going to take 1/3 of the eggplant and place that in the bottom. And I ended up getting 9 slices, so we will just use 3, 3, and 3. And then after the eggplant, we are going to add half of the seasoned cheese. Spread that around without moving everything else around too much. And after the cheese, we're going to do 2 of the lasagna sheets. I think what I'm going to do is break them up and lay them around to get more surface coverage than just, you know, piling them in there. Because this way you'll get a little bit in every bite. Okay. And then we are going to do half of our meat sauce, just evenly over the top. Really smells delicious. Okay, after the meat sauce, we are going to, sorry, I lost place on my recipe. We're just going to repeat the layers again. More eggplant. The rest of the cheese. The last 2 lasagna sheets. Did a little bit neater on this layer. The rest of the meat sauce. And finally, the rest of the eggplant. And then we are going to top it with our cheese, but before I do that, I'm going to add more marinara sauce to the top of the eggplant, just because I can. Now, if you're using a commercially prepared sauce, of course you're going to want to measure it and adjust your points accordingly, but because any amount of this that you use is 0 points, I'm good with spreading it on thick. And then I'm going to take our mozzarella cheese, and like I said, I use the Trader Joe's light mozzarella, and I went up to 3 ounces because it did not change the points, and I like a cheesy lasagna, so I am going to sprinkle 3 ounces of the Trader Joe's light mozzarella over the top. And we are going to cover it with foil, and we are going to bake it in a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. We're going to uncover it, let it bake a little bit longer, about 8 minutes, until the lasagna sheets are definitely all the way cooked. And then we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll be able to cut it. So there is our Hungry Girl eggplant lasagna. Can't wait to show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. So here it is, fresh out of the oven. It looks absolutely delicious and smells wonderful. All that nice melty cheese. I'm glad I threw the extra ounce on there. Like I said, it didn't change the points. So let me see if you can see the layers in it. So I am very anxious to give this a try. It comes out to 4 servings, so that is a pretty generous serving, and it will be with my substitutions with the fat-free ricotta and the skinny-ish dish marinara. It comes out to 6 smart points for a very generous serving. The original recipe as written was 8 smart points per serving, which is still a fantastic deal. So this will be 6 smart points, and I think I know what I'm having for lunch. So here is the eggplant lasagna. I had a little taste, and it is absolutely delicious. This piece looks a little messy because you know that first piece of lasagna coming out of the pan is not easy. So this is definitely a recipe I will make again. So there you have it, the Hungry Girl eggplant lasagna. Thank you so much for watching my video. And again, I want to thank Barrett over at Living Life on Track for hosting this great collaboration. I hope you check out her channel and all the channels listed below in the description box. If you're new here, I hope you like what I did, and I hope you like it enough to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I upload about 4 times a week. I do cook with me's, I do day in the life, I do what I eat in a day, grocery hauls, and meal plans. So I would love to have you in my Jones Pointed Plate family. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And also, please leave me a comment. Let me know whose channel you came from, because I would like to thank them. Have a fantastic day, and thanks again, Barrett. And don't forget, check out all the great ladies in that box below. Bye-bye.